Hello, welcome to Scott's Odyssey. One of the more interesting aspects of Pennsylvania is the diversity of geological features. You never know what you might find, and well, I happened to find on a 97-degree day a cave full of ice that was actually quite warm and temperate when the local weather was at -10 just a few months ago. I want to welcome you to the geologic anomaly known as the Coudersport Ice Mine. See you in a minute. Welcome back. If you've watched my videos before, thank you for your patronage, and I hope you enjoy this story of the Coudersport Ice Mine. I would like to politely request that you stop finding my channel by accident. Click subscribe, because that increases the chances of you seeing these videos when released, and lowers my chances of stealing internet access from a local fast food restaurant while parked in their parking lot and not patronizing their store. If you're new to Scott's Odyssey, welcome aboard, and please take a moment to click subscribe for more of this journey through ODDySEEy stories of who we once were, and, well, the other reasons aforementioned just a moment ago. Here we find ourselves in the beautiful Sweden Valley east of Coudersport. According to local lore, Native Americans of this area were often seen carrying silver ore from a hidden cave along one of these mysterious mountainsides. Throughout the 1800s, many prospectors had trodden, surveyed, and sampled these hillsides looking for any signs of valuable rare earth materials, ultimately to no avail. As the story goes, a local Potter County farmer named John Dodd had heard of these stories about the natives, their silver, and the stories of the prospectors, and was always curious to if any of it was bound in truth. This seed placed in his mind grew and grew until eventually consumed his curiosity, to a point at which, in 1894, Dodd called upon his farmhand, Billy O'Neill, whom was handy with a divining rod, to search the lands and help him find this treasure of silver. One day, while Billy was divining, he got a hit. He told Dodd exactly where he would find a vein of silver. Billy started to dig during an oppressively hot day when his shovel finally connected with a hard object. Hurriedly, Billy jumped down to the hard spot and started to uncover the vein of silver he knew he had found with the divining rod. Unfortunately, what Billy had encountered was not silver, but was ice. Billy continued to dig deeper into this hole of ice, going almost 30 feet deep, 8 feet wide, and 10 feet long. When Billy returned to the farm and told Dodd, to say the least, was not amused. It was now sometime in late October or early November when Dodd returned to the pit of ice, only to find that the ice within this shaft was quickly melting and that hot air was rising up from its depths. The seasons trudged on, and in the late spring, Dodd went back to the hole only to find that instead of being empty, the ice ice within the hole was starting to grow again. It would appear to Dodd that during the summer months the ice became greater and thicker, and during the winter months it would melt away. Let me know in the comments below if you know of stories and locations such as this one of the Coudersport ice mine. My research is limited only by the information that people don't share openly. Help me break that barrier, and let's share the history and culture of who we once were. Dubbed by the National Geographic Society in the mid-1930s as the eighth wonder of the world, the Coudersport ice mine is an uncommon geologic phenomenon that occurs in only a few places with a very specific set of attributes. Coudersport ice mine, although not truly a mine, is one of two in Pennsylvania, the second being Trough Creek ice mine, which was talked about in the Trough Creek video you can find in the top right corner here. The ice forms when the cold air trapped below in small caves or even hair-thin tubes begins to push upward as the warm, moist air above pushes downward, causing a freezing of the water into icicles that actually do not grow downward as water droplets, but rather upward, similar to what you find on the upper edges of your box and chest freezers or around the doors of walk-in freezers. The Coudersport ice mine is what we call a cold trap, found in talus slopes along periglacial formations with the absence of direct sunlight, wind, or rain, and is the end product of a mountainside made up of loose rock and the ability to retain specific perennial thermal qualities for long periods of time that match the cycle of our 4 seasons. I know, I used a lot of big words. Let's try stepping it down a notch. The ice is formed by a natural refrigeration process created along mountainsides where smaller rocks cascade down into an ankle-like angle at the base called a talus slope. You commonly see these throughout the Allegheny Plateaus as boulder fields on the side of mountains. The reason for these talus slopes is due to the rocks ground up and left behind by the flow of glaciers that once carved their way through Pennsylvania, hence periglacial formation. That, along with a specific cycle of the seasons only found in this area, leads to a perfect trifecta of conditions for ice to form in the summer and melt in the winter. Pennsylvania is one of the few locations in North America that has exactly 3 months of spring, 3 months of summer, 3 months of autumn, and 3 months of winter. Since its discovery over 133 years ago, the Coudersport ice mine has attracted many different types of individuals, from explorers to prospectors and scientists to spiritualists, and that attraction has not slowed down. Used early on as cold storage and later as a mine for actual ice, the mine became a tourist attraction in the early 1900s. Although it took years to become the focus of scientific studies, it only took a few months before it became one of the biggest tourist attractions in north-central Pennsylvania. At the site, there is only a viewing area of the mine open to the public. Liz came out, her glasses immediately fogged up. Don't shove the glasses in the camera. She fogged up real good. Regardless of the reasons why the ice cave does what it does, one thing that we know for absolute fact, if you are hot in the middle of the summer and happen to be somewhere in Potter County, Pennsylvania, the Coudersport Ice Mine is a surefire place to visit and receive some relaxing natural relief with nature's walk-in refrigerator. I hope you enjoyed this visit to the Coudersport Ice Mine. If you haven't already, remember to like this video and to subscribe for more ODDySEEy stories of who we once were. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.